So, this is an emergency video, breaking news. Donald Trump has won the presidency of the United States of America. He collected all the votes to win. And this is an emergency video for the American people. My name is Tony, and I need to get this message out to all people of America. Our country is officially over. Our country is doomed. Our country is done for. There's no turning back. People said in 2008 that Barack Obama was the Antichrist or some evil guy or whatever they wanted to believe. It was a very foolish belief. And I apologize to Barack Obama. No, he's not the Antichrist and all that silly stuff that we want to believe. He was just another established candidate that wanted to make some promises that he couldn't fulfill. You know, Clinton did this, Bill Clinton, Jimmy Carter did this. All presidents do it. They have to sell themselves. And Obama sold us some things that wasn't true. Regardless, Obama is the last moderate president of the United States. I'm up 2 o'clock in the morning watching this election, and I'm fairly convinced, the TV's right here, I'm fairly convinced the election is over and Trump is now the United States' new president. This country is doomed. How could you have voted for an animal like Donald Trump? For the record, I don't support Hillary Clinton, but I know the lesser of the two evils is Hillary Clinton. Donald Trump is disgusting. The guy's a complete idiot. I mean, he has a dialect and the mental capacity of a third grader. He basically got the vote because of the people that's like him. He even bragged that he could get votes from people like him because they have no common sense. I believe he told that in one of his jokes. I'm watching the TV here. He told that in one of his jokes. He could like shoot somebody and nobody would care or whatever. Same thing. Most of his supporters are complete idiots. And it's true. Most of Donald Trump's supporters are middle-class, white, Caucasian people who don't know history, don't know this earth. Like we humans know the history. This guy flip-flopped on every issue. We all know this 25 years ago, had Bill Clinton flip-flopped on every single issue, goodbye. If Obama was even 10% of Donald Trump, 10% of Donald Trump's attitude, goodbye. You cannot be like Donald Trump and make negotiations for America. You know, how does that look? Imagine Donald Trump talking to the United Nations Assembly, General Assembly, or NATO General Assembly, or world leaders have to meet for the World Council, whatever. Donald Trump can't do that. He's silly. Imagine Donald Trump traveling around the world like every other presidents have done. He can't. He can only go one place, and that's Russia. And he thinks that Putin is his friend. Well, Putin is happy that Trump's going to win, or did win, because he knows how stupid, incredibly stupid Donald Trump is. And that he's going to let his guard up. And good night, America. My advice to everybody that don't support Trump is to get their passport. I've got mine. I'm getting out of here. Hopefully, I don't know what time I'm going to leave here. I've got this big house to deal with myself, but I cannot do this anymore. That's enough. And I'm not even the biggest liberal myself. I've got a lot of conservative views. I mean, but I consider myself more independent conservative. But Donald Trump is a hoax, and white people voted for this lowlife, this nobody. That's like a Kanye West, a Snoop Dogg, or a Dr. Dre who wanted to be the president, and I voted for them because they were black. Get out of here. Nobody's going to vote for them. Nobody's going to support them. They look ridiculous. We're going to know that they're joking. You can't be serious, right, Kanye West? No, we're not going to vote for you because you don't qualify to be the president. You're my brother, but you don't qualify to be the president. Well, why people didn't stop themselves and look in the mirror and ask that same thing? We all know how they complain about affirmative action and how people can get jobs for the sole purpose of their race. And sometimes people do, unfortunately, get jobs they're not qualified for. And they may get that job because of their race. And that happens sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time. But we got Donald Trump being free to say and do whatever he wants, when just 20 years ago he would have never been allowed. I mean, he wouldn't even been allowed to make it to the primaries. That's how no one would have took him serious. So we got these people today supporting this nobody. Let me put that in perspective. Let me walk into a hospital. All these doctors, I have a high school education, but let me walk into a doctor, let me say, I want to end the establishment. I just want to end the establishment of all of you doctors because you're established and I'm anti-doctor. And I can operate on people's brains or hearts or whatever. What happens? Hit the road. You know, where's my established background? And that's what's going on here. We have a man who's made it, who cheated the American people. He's cheated the world. This is sad. November 8th is a sad day, just 2 days after my birthday, November 6th. So November 8th is I'm just so happy it wasn't my birthday. The last election was my birthday. And thank goodness this ain't my birthday. This is a sad day in American history. To know that this man, and I just turned 35 years old, so I'm actually old enough to be the president. I don't qualify to be the president, and I wouldn't try. I mean, Donald Trump is extremely unqualified. This guy's a third grader. This guy is making fun of people with disabilities, something I never did all my life. I thought I got my immaturity and my imperfections, but I mean, you don't mock people with disabilities. And this guy is 70 years old, twice my age, and he's mocked people. If you're a veteran of the United States, do you want to come back from the war injured and have this man make fun of your disability? If you fought for his freedom? I mean, come on. Obama would have never done something like this. If he did, goodbye, good night. He's not going to be the president. But Trump is now the president of the United States of America after he's done this. He said all kind of horrible things about all kinds of peoples, different racial groups. Yet, he's now our president. Now, I'm kind of conservative when it comes to women. So men are going to tell jokes about women. Males are very aroused by women, you know, be it young women, old ones, pornographic stars. We've had people come out and say they were touched or whatever, one being a pornographic. So that right there, I gave Trump that one, okay? It's a porno star, big deal. But the things with racial, that's offensive, you know. Build a wall and run in his mouth and we blackmail the criminals, whatever else he said. And so he's getting the attention of these trailer trash white guys and middle class white people. And a lot of these poor trailer trash white people would have never voted for this man 20 years ago. They would have supported a more conservative Democratic president like Bill Clinton or Al Gore when he was running. The same people who lived in Georgia in 2001 and 2002 are now voting for Donald Trump. White people are fake. They've proven themselves now to be devils and animals. Because now this was your test, white people. We passed our test. No, I didn't vote for Obama. I've never actually voted for an American president. But for the most part, black people have passed that test. We're not going to vote for Kanye West to be president. We're not going to stand behind a fake black person to lead the nation. And with Obama, at least you can say he was progressive. No one would have supported him if he was a nutcase like Donald Trump. So now this was white people's turn to show where they come from. And they've showed their true colors. They've let this monster, this animal, infiltrate an American primary and beat out all the real conservatives. They had a couple of liberals in there, but still, he beat out the Ted Cruzes, the Jeb Bushes, and all the liberal conservatives. I believe that was Kasich, might have been. And Kasich is more progressive. But even John Kasich is way more qualified to run this country than Donald Trump. This is a sad day in American history. What are we going to do? Donald Trump can't go around to schools and shake little elementary school kids' hands. He's a nutcase. He can't go to college universities and give the commencement speech. He's a nut. He speaks on the third grade reading level. What's he going to say? I mean, the guy is he's a dopehead. He doesn't know what he's doing. Let's see, when it's time to negotiate American deals in defense, what is he going to do? He's going to have to sit down and talk about our defense. He's going to have 300, 400, 500 advisors because he doesn't have that much of political experience to begin with. And going back to the original statement I said earlier, what if I walked into an establishment and said, I'm now the boss of that establishment and I have no ties to this? Absolutely not. It doesn't work that way. And I'm just rich or I'm just me and I'm important, and that's the only reason why I should be in this establishment. Hit the road. And that's not how it goes. When somebody says that they hate establishment, they hate normalness. They don't like what's normal. I'm looking down at the TV right now, and Clinton is not going to speak because she knows it. Obama knows it. The whole world knows it. And I'm not a liberal myself, but I feel their pain because I know this country, the world is doomed. It's not just the country. This man is going to destroy this world. He's now the face of the world because you control the world stock markets. As soon as they saw Donald Trump's surge in the polls, in the popular vote, the Chinese stock took a nosedive. And that's what the news is showing now. The Chinese stock took a nosedive. They know it. The guy's a nutcase. He cannot leave the world. The only guys that support him are a bunch of idiot white people and idiot trailer trash people who don't have a brain. They probably believe the earth is flat and that there's no pollution. Yes, there is pollution. Yes, there is global warming. Now, certain people can exploit global warming for their own personal gain, like Al Gore has done. It doesn't matter. Global warming is still real. Pollution is still real. The earth is round, a sphere, not a flat pancake. Watch, as they try and say. And this is just sad. This is a very sad day. America and the world is going to go down from this. Trumpets does not mean, oh, God backs Donald Trump. No, that's our punishment for our sins. Trumpet, the trumpet. He's one of those beasts, one of those monsters. He's just out of control and he can't be stopped. And we, America, created this monster. And now, as soon as he gets in, if he's allowed to get in, hopefully not, as soon as he gets in, he's going to destroy and nuke everything. So I hope everybody realized that the last 8 years, we and whoever else had any conspiracy beliefs about Obama, only thing might have been true is maybe his birth certificate might not have been as he said. He was probably born in Hawaii, but his mother brought him later on. That's about it. And all his wife's not a man, that's a lie. I'm confident she's a black woman. I know a black woman. That's a black woman. Trust me. That's not a man. But, you know, she's a very masculine woman, and that's not good either. But it's important to realize that Obama did not do things just right, but he still is the last decent progressive president that we'll have. He'll actually make the history books because if Trump gets in and does what I think he's going to do, that's it. Good night, America. Obama at least saved us from war with Russia. He's an establishment politician, but he saved us. And many people foolishly believe that Trump is going to save us. Wrong. Wrong. Trump doesn't know what he's doing. Everything he does, he's going to have to be advised upon. He doesn't know anything. All he knows is the businesses that he's made bankrupt in the past. All his casinos, all his properties were all either foreclosed on or taken over by somebody else. He don't even own Trump Tower. He's worth at most $500 million. He is not a billionaire. He was in the 90s because he screwed everybody else over and didn't pay, and that money built up. And he got lawsuits against him. He's got to go to trial in a month claiming that he raped some teenager. I don't know if that's true or not, but this is a mess. And Hillary and some stupid emails, big deal. Put it to rest. Emails, who cares? I don't even like Hillary Clinton, but I'm coming out her defense with the email thing because I know that is not as dangerous as Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he has proven himself a complete idiot. I've watched Donald Trump. I have to go back and do my research. And he doesn't know anything about the environment. He doesn't know anything about politics. He's just a tandem guy that got his way. His older brother died, and that left him as the heir, the beneficiary. He took over his dad's company, or his dad gave him a loan, and he from there built an empire with other people's help, other people's suffering. He's going to get in there and do something that no president has ever done. He's going to divide the country based on stupidity. At least other presidents, they divided the country, divide the country based on their political belief system that they thought was right, even if they were wrong. They maturely presented, laid out a plan of how they wanted things. Yes, some wasn't fair, some did involve unfortunate slavery and different things. They realized they were wrong for that. Donald Trump is not laying out anything. And when people see this man and support him, they have no idea. When he doesn't lay out a plan, what's he doing? Who's he working for? What is his plan? He has no plan. He's going to repeal. Okay, and then what are you going to do after that? If all the countries stop selling to America, that's it. You can say, you can build a wall in Mexico or kick out illegal immigrants and do whatever you want. If all the other countries say, we're not going to do business with America anymore, and these were threats that were made at least a year ago, 8 months ago. We're not going to do any business with this part of America. We're not going to sell my product to that part of America if Trump gets in. What happens? We're on our own eventually. Oh, Russia? Really? Get out of here. And so, and that's the only country that's going to do business. We can't have that. And what Trump is not telling you is make America great again. What that really means for all people of color, all black, Hispanic, or anybody of color, and even Caucasian white people, what that means is he has to make America great again by the 1930s good old racist Democrat, good old white boy days. That's what the code word, make America great again, means. And Donald Trump is a racist Democrat. He's a liberal all his life, but he kept swapping back and forth because he didn't know what he was. At least he could have said, well, I was conservative on many issues while being a Democrat. Then he wouldn't look as bad as running as a Republican now because he was just a conservative Democrat that had conservative views, and he left that party because he wanted to further his conservative beliefs and lay out a plan that would work more closer to conservatism. No, he's still a racist liberal. He's a nut. He's just saying what he wanted, what he wanted to hear to get himself elected. And now these people are going to be stunned as a runaway bride, Jennifer Wilbanks. As white people believe anything they see on TV. They believe that poor white woman was captured by those people in 2005, that big marriage in Georgia, and they got stunned when she ran off by herself, and yeah, she lied. Think of Trump the same way. He's a runaway bride. He's a hoax. He's not going to do anything. He's just saying stupid stuff. And they're waiting for Trump's victory speech as I speak here. It's almost 3 o'clock, 2:30 in the morning here. It's not really official yet, but I know he's won. The numbers are in his favor. There's no way Hillary can come back. Trump has won this election. America is doomed. And I'm going to personally try and get out of here by the end of this year. I got my passport last year when I could. And I'm thinking maybe British Virgin Islands, someplace in the Caribbean. I was thinking Trinidad. It's going to be hard to get out of here, but I've heard that Canada's going to open their doors to anybody, including felons, and so I've got a felony in my past. I should be able to get out of here, hopefully. If not, the Virgin Islands, will be, it's still the United States. Puerto Rico, that's the United States. That's a starting point to get out of the 48, to get out of the main part of the United States. I cannot live here under Trump. He doesn't know what he's doing. I would rather 20 years of George Bush than Donald Trump. Yes, I'm serious. We thought George Bush was bad. Donald Trump is a nutcase. Even the Bushes know it. He cannot have Washington. You cannot lead this country without being sort of in the system already and understand how it is. Sadly, many of those guys are corrupt. We know that. Corruption's everywhere. But we have a man who doesn't even know what he's doing. How is he going to end the corruption, fix all these problems, if he doesn't even know what he's doing? It would be one thing if he was in the system, if he was a former governor and he wants to fix America. Mike Pence. You see, now that comes to mind, Mike Pence. Mike Pence is very qualified to be the president. Donald Trump isn't. He doesn't know what he's doing. And the very name trumpets means a bad thing. These idiot white people that think that it means a sign from God. Well, it is. That's our judgment. Imagine a man like Trump, an idiot, a complete idiot like Trump, traveling the world saying, this is my country. The guy's a joke. No one's going to take him serious or us serious. We become the laughing stock of the world. And we brought this upon ourselves because of our sins. And we should have stayed with the Almighty, be it a Democrat or Republican. Even Bill Clinton had lots of values. Yes, he was imperfect. He signed the marriage bill, and he was a Democrat. And he signed that. So if Trump was that kind of Democrat, that would be different. He's not. He's a complete idiot. He supports every filth, every abomination. He's just saying, he's just an angry white guy. And because angry white people see an angry white guy saying the things that they want to hear, they voted for him to be our president. Whether they say, wait a minute, stop. He's not John Kasich or Jeb Bush or Ted Cruz. He's not a conservative. He's just saying these things. Because we all know the poor white union workers in 2000, 1998, 96 would have told that rich guy to get the heck out of their face. They would have been angry, especially a rich guy. That's the worst kind of white person in America if you're a poor white person. It's a rich white person. You want a person that went to the military, they bust their butt, they went through the ranks and got where they were. That's the kind of person you want to lead this country. You know, I listen to these chat rooms and different things, and I see these angry veterans, especially them. How stupid can you be? You're a veteran. You out of all people know better than to put a lowlife such as Trump in the White House. I'm looking off to the side here, and I'm still watching TV here, and I'm just saddened. This is a sad day. This is worse. This is another 9/11. That's how sad this day is. How dumb. After all America's been through, how dumb can they be to put in this complete idiot? At least with Obama, we knew he wasn't an idiot. We knew he could, a very good speaker, a very polished speaker, 8 years of education, different colleges he's been to. I mean, he can talk to the world. He can sell America, sell himself, say, hey, do business with us, whatever, you know. He can still talk to the world. And so I'm watching TV here, and we knew he wasn't no threat. He wasn't going to grab his privates and wear his pants down and scare anybody up. And no one saw that in him. He wasn't going to be some heavy metal freak, out of control, foul mouth like Donald Trump has shown himself to be. Donald Trump only likes you if you like him. He's a third grader. If not, you're not his friend who licks his tongue at you. We can't have that. And how dumb. White people have shown themselves to be devils and animals. How dare you? It's true. It's official. White Americans are devils. They're animals. You failed your test. That was your test. Remember, we passed our test. We, African American, black, we passed our. No matter if we voted for Obama or didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for him. I don't vote for presidents. But at least black people would never allow a monster to make it to the primary. At least black people won't be that dumb to allow. If Kanye West actually does run for presidency, no one's going to take him serious. And he's got a little bit of money, you know, a couple $1 million. If one of those football players, or one of those professional black men, Herman Cain, you know, CEO of Godfather Pizza, no one really takes him serious. We don't think he has the experience. So why we America, why have we let a man with no experience dupe us that he's going to fix every single thing, while at the same time throwing temper tantrums, talking trash about the establishment and people who actually held up this country? Yeah, they might not have done it the way you thought they should, Trump, but the way you come out and speak the things that you speak, are you speaking those things in the name of God Almighty? Then if you are, my apologies to you. Trump is not speaking those things in the name of God Almighty. He's not saying, I'm sent here by God to destroy the evil of the countries and around the world. He's not a prophet, he's a hoax. In fact, he's going to destroy everything. He's going to cause World War III. The very second he gets in, he wants to bomb this and bomb that and give bombs to people who can't have bombs. I mean, it's a mess. And so we're waiting here for Trump's victory speech because he knows he's won. He's won Wisconsin. He's going to win Pennsylvania, and he's at 256. He only needs 13 more to win, and it's over. So I'm making my video now because I know all the videos are going to be cluttered, and I want to get mine out here now. And I welcome your comments and opinions, but I know I'm right, and there's no debate. We're done. This is it. Obama is the last progressive, moderately decent president that we had. And we should apologize to him because he's not only anything Antichrist, he can't go to the United Nations and do anything. It's not going to happen. He won't make the United Nations. It's not possible. It's a conflict. He was already a United States president. He won't be able to make it to that without being nominated. It's a big process to be the Secretary General. And so none of that's going to happen. What Trump's going to do, he's going to destroy everything. He's going to get the UN destroyed, get NATO destroyed. The guy is a hoax. And I just feel bad for this nation, though I hate this nation for my own personal system, you know, belief system. I still have a little sympathy. I was born here in Florida. And how dare Florida give the election, give the vote to Donald Trump? How dare Florida? Florida showed their true colors. And I know it's racist because racial bias because they gave it to Obama in 2008. Florida back and forth, back and forth. Ohio, the same thing. I mean, these states, they play games. Like Georgia. They always voted for a white Democrat, but then they swap over to a Republican, you know, over certain things they don't like. Usually minorities getting welfare or whatever they don't like. They play games. They're not real people. White people have proven themselves to be devils. Now that I see what I see. Why do you vote for Ted Cruz? We need a conservative to fix this nation and get it back on track. But Trump is no conservative. He's a hoax. He's flip-flopped on every single thing. One day he's this, the other day he's that. One day he's this, the other day he's that. He's never stayed straight. He's never stayed in line. And even if he was a liberal, if he was a conservative liberal, that's different. Like Bill Clinton was, used to be, that's different. But it's over now. America can hang it up. They said this 8 years ago, you know, McCain versus Obama, it's over. It's clearly over now. I see it. This is a man who's extremely unqualified. At least Obama was qualified. He just wasn't truthful about his birth certificate. Wasn't truthful about that. But he was still qualified. He could talk to any kids, any crowd of people, any day of the week. He can go to any nation and sit down and shake hands with world leaders. He don't intimidate. He's not a nutcase and crazy. He didn't get disruptions every time. But he may have had 3 disruptions in 8 years. Trump has a disruption everywhere he goes. Someone's trying to grab him or say something to him. People, that's not a U.S. president. That is a hoax. That's a gang mentality. That's not going to work. The only guys that support him are a bunch of trailer trash, Hell's Angel, idiot people. And even those people had a brain 30 years ago. They would have saw right through Trump. That old rich, no good thing. He ain't one of us. If you're a white supremacist or a Ku Klux player, whatever that, look yourself in the mirror. That you wouldn't have voted for Trump 30 years ago. So why do you support him now? You're stupid. And you get exactly what you deserve when he destroys you and America. And he laughs at how stupid you were because he used you. He gave Putin the secret to the military. He's going to give Putin the secrets to our military. If you thought Hillary's emails were bad, wait till Trump gets in there. He's worse than Putin, but he knows Putin's going to double cross him and drop the bomb on America when he does, when Trump does gets in. And it's about 3 o'clock now, or 2:30 or so, and Trump's getting ready to speak shortly because he knows he's won. So again, watch this video and I welcome your comments. Thank you for watching.